Hello, Aries. This is Positively Angelic, and we're going to go ahead and do your July 2021 reading. This may or may not resonate with everyone, so take what does resonate and leave the rest behind. All right, so there may be some things in the description box below that you want to grab down there. And if anything does resonate, please comment below. I would love if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you to all of my TikTok and YouTube supporters who are here to see the Aries July 2021 reading. So we did just come out of Mercury retrograde. It was a little harsh if you did not relax and just take it easy, right? If you tried to start anything new, you might have probably been successful, but you took the hard road. That's okay. We are in Saturn retrograde right now, which is supposed to help you manifest freedom and success. All right. And Mars retrograde is coming up. So you may want to look at how that's going to impact your sign. So yeah, let's get going. Aries, July 2021. Well, okay. Yep, right there. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So we've got empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. So Aries, you do have a tendency to say, you know, that you're right. Make sure that you're listening to the other party. It's very important to have love for yourself, setting those boundaries. But whenever, you know, someone is trying to maybe express anything to you, unless they are invading your boundaries, you know, make sure that you're also listening to their side, okay? And this could be in romance, could be in family, could be in career, could be in any part of your life, right? Could even be with a cashier at the grocery store, okay? So, and you typically don't like hearing about problems. You like hearing solutions, which is a wonderful thing. But sometimes other people may need troubleshooting with those. So that's what I'm getting for you so far. And look at this, you've got the abundance card. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So those of you who kind of feel like reality is created for you from outside sources, okay, because you do kind of keep up with the news and the weather, but sometimes that can weigh down on our shoulders, right? Because they typically tend to show us the bad news. I don't watch the news, you know, because of that. So you might want to look up some good news, you know, purposely go out there and look up good news. But the other thing is that whatever you think about, you become, right? Thoughts equal things. We become what we think about. Your reality is created by you. So if you're letting the outer world create your reality, so for instance, you see something bad on the news, it's a Monday, you know, that's what you're thinking about. You get stuck in traffic, you know, maybe you stump your toe, you know, maybe you didn't get the closest parking spot like you always do wherever you're going. Maybe it's at work and you get into work and of course somebody asks how you are. Oh my goodness, it's been a Monday. Okay. So prepare for that, you know, prepare to know that Monday is just like every other day, right? And if you are a limitless being, you can manifest whatever you desire, then manifest the abundance of everything in your life, you know, happiness, love, relationships as far as friendships, a romantic relationship. I'm getting that a lot of you, you know, have multiple romantic partners. That's okay as long as you're single, right? But those of you who are married, you know, make sure that, you know, you don't have those extra things going on because you definitely want to protect your relationship. Okay. All right. So that means when you're at home, be at home. When you're at work, be at work, you know, kind of disconnect from those things. And then go outside in the sunshine or the moon, whatever you feel resonates with you. And just know that whatever's coming from within is going to be outside of you as well, whether that's good or bad. Also, you do have free will, so you don't have to do any of this, right? These are just cards. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt or take it to heart. It's up to you. You have free will. Okay, so, and you got the change card. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, right? So basically, this is saying, you know, just sitting there and thinking about it is not necessarily going to change it. Now, it will give you opportunities, right? It'll give you opportunities right in front of you. You know, hey, I want this new car. All of a sudden, you start seeing that car everywhere. Then you say, you know, oh my goodness, I want it to be this color. And so then you start seeing that color of that specific car and then that color in other cars, you know. So it's giving you messages. The universe is going to be giving you messages like that, whatever it is. But you are the one who has to take that road, because if you don't apply for that car, I mean, you might receive it on your doorstep. It is highly possible. But you do have to have some movement, right? Because you would have to go outside, see what's going on. If you won the car, then you would still have to sign some paperwork. If you just stay inside, that car is just going to leave. Okay. So I know I use the car analogy, but of course that would be with anything that you are working through. Okay. Anything that you want to manifest. All right. So let's go with some more affirmations cards. You can definitely take those affirmations and put them on your bathroom mirror. You know, you can go back and pause and go ahead and pick those. Oh, look at that. Everything is always working out for me. That's my card. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to get one of these cards. This can be used in, just like all the cards, relationships or career. You can write it down as an affirmation. All right, so we're just going to pick from the cards here. Okay. My relationships are supposed to feel good, right? Some of you come from a place of thinking that you're supposed to struggle. And if you're not struggling in your relationship, then you don't really have a relationship. Okay. Not the case. So, yes, it does take two to tango. However, you know, remember what we just talked about the empathy, right? And the movement. Okay. And you can have an abundance of love, right? From the same person, but you also have to be the one to love yourself. Okay. I am getting that some of you do have a little bit of confidence issues. So that's why you want to control situations. That's okay. Just work on that, right? Work on that for yourself. Look up videos on YouTube, on TikTok. There's plenty of documents out there online that will help you. So this says your life is supposed to feel good to you. Before your birth, you knew that the primary component of your physical experience that would offer the greatest value for your personal and collective expansion and joy would be the relationships that you would experience with each other. It was your plan to relish the diversity of your relationships and to choose from them the details that would make up your creations. And here you are. So basically, before you came here, you knew you wanted your life to feel good, right? And now that you're here, you are trying to force your life to feel good, but you tend to take the flight mode in the fight or flight. You know, you're willing to stand up and fight, but you just don't really like to have to get into the confrontation. You don't mind confrontation. You just don't like to get there. Okay. So just be aware of those kinds of things. That way, with your romantic relationships, friendships, work relationships, family, friends, you know, whatever, you can work on that with them. Okay. All right. So let's continue with some more clarification. All right. So we're going to go with fairy cards here. So what do we have for Aries, July 2021? Aries, July 2021 is what we are looking for. What kind of messages do they need? What clarification do they need? Aries, July 2021. Now, if you end up watching this later than July 2021, or if you're a cross watcher, it may resonate with you. And if it does, then it was meant for you. because my readings are timeless, but they're also geared towards anybody who is going to end up here on my channel. I do appreciate all of the support that all of you are giving. So let's see what we have for Aries. Okay, right there. All right. Sometimes, you know, we need two, and sometimes we need one. So we'll just see what happens. So we have assertiveness, standing up for your beliefs. These are the boundaries, right? Only say yes if you want to say yes. You know, I'm hearing, oh, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you. But then you feel like you never have any control. So later you want to have the control, right? And so you take it instead of having the the one-on-one, you know, conversation and compromise and being agreeable on both sides, right? And so if you do this care for yourself and you start having a little bit more empathy also for yourself, having empathy for yourself is really important, okay? And that tends to be work that a lot of Aries don't do because you're very strong in who you are, right? So if you do that, though, you're still going to receive the abundance. Sorry, I was receiving kind of a message there. Receive the abundance of everything in your life, okay, that you desire. You know, those of you who have material things, but it's difficult for you to get out of victim consciousness with the relationship, look at the things that you're doing in business that help you succeed. Take those things and analyze how it could apply to relationships, or how it could apply to finances, or how it could apply to career, you know, wherever it resonates. If you're good at one, you know, apply it to the other. That will get you into manifestor consciousness and get out of victim mode, okay? Because there's a lot of stages, you know, that you could go through in order to rise to the occasion, basically, okay? Be yourself. Be your real self, though. Okay, don't be your fake self, your mask self. Okay, and I know that's a pun. That's a play on words there, you know, since a lot of people are still wearing masks. But I'm talking about the emotional mask. Okay, because I'm getting that a lot of you don't want to show your emotion. Okay, and a lot of you are with, actually, you kind of hang out with, or you are in a romantic relationship with, you know, those individuals who have high positive energy most of the time, but they kind of live in a fantasy world. This may be only for a few of you, or it could be for a lot of you. You know, have empathy for them too, but also honor their thoughts, okay? Because they're actually coming from a different place, you know, than you. Remember that you do create your own reality, okay? So each person is creating their own reality. So like for me, you know, being a Pisces, I tend to live a lot in the fantasy world. Uh, and I don't mean, you know, necessarily fairy dragon world, although those are wonderful places to be. But, you know, people tend to think I live in a fantasy world because I use my intellect in order to show how to manifest abundance, prosperity, love. And a lot of people allow the outer world to control what they think, you know, just like we said before. So, you know, honor those ideas. You don't have to listen to them, just like you don't have to listen to this reading, right? So you have your own free will. So I'm getting that a lot of you do go to different channels of different readers. Um, and there are some of you who are actually learning more and more about spirituality. You are going through the awakening. A lot of you went to the Great Conjunction, I'm getting. So, and if this is you, that you are a healer, you know, you could be a doctor, you could be a naturalist, right? You could be an herbalist, you could be a chiropractor, you could work at those offices. There's a lot of places you could work that you can teach other people about healing. Okay. You could even work at a vitamin store, a supplement store, basically, and you're teaching others about healing. You could just be talking with your friends and teaching them about healing and spirituality because you're very knowledgeable and very intelligent. So let's go ahead and go with the moon cards to get our last piece of clarification here. And we'll see what else Aries needs for July 2021. Okay. For some of you, the number 357 is important. That could be a house number, could be a tag number, could be some numbers in your phone number, could be an employee number. I don't know. But if that number resonates with you, just pay attention. Everyone else, you should still be watching because it may resonate with you as well. So what else does Aries need to know for July 2021? July 2021. What else does Aries need? Okay, there we go. And then we will wrap it up. Thanks to those of you who also have supported my publications on Amazon. I really appreciate that because several of you have. So take the time to breathe, okay? Some of you are, you're just busy, busy, busy. You're always thinking about success, 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 abundance, 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 more money, more money, more money. But just take time to breathe. When you meditate, you should empty your mind, okay? Whenever you sleep, make sure that you relax before you go to sleep. Okay. Make sure you're sleeping in the proper direction. Many of you Aries should be sleeping in the southeast direction. You can look it up online and see what direction that your body should be sleeping in for the best sleep. Okay. So it's time to take action. Okay. So on all of these things, you're working on yourself. You're working on relationships in all areas of your life. Okay. You're setting more boundaries so that you don't have to control, and you want those relationships to feel good. That is the way to get to it. Okay. That's the way to get to it. So time to take action, and look at there, new moon in Aries. So, and that's who you are. Nothing is yet set in stone. So lastly, basically, many of you, whenever you are working on making things better, you feel like you're supposed to go one direction. Okay. But then you have multiple directions going on and you're like, nope, I'm going this direction and this is the way it's supposed to be. And then whenever there's change, it kind of stresses you out a little bit. Remember that nothing is set in stone. Okay. Things are always changing with the mindset that we present. Okay. When we are originally coming from a place of fear or anger or hatred or anything like that, right? Then the things we're receiving, we may receive goodness. Okay. But we might have had to trudge up the mountain with bunches of rocks. Okay. Hiking, and stopping along the side of the road to rest. But if we come from a place of love and happiness and goodness, right? That road might be a little easier, but there are still branches in the road. Okay. So remember, nothing is set in stone. Everything can be ever changing. Okay. So Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope something resonated with you. Please comment below. Please subscribe. Thank you to all of my returning guests. I really appreciate you, and I will see you for your next reading. All right. Bye-bye, Aries.